Oh, this is a video about Christianity. So, I'm not a Christian. When I was in middle school, I found the atheist YouTube channels and I became an atheist. Um, but Christianity actually freaks me out because like I said, I believe I'm Allah, who is the Muslim god, but also Lain Iwakura, who is like a Japanese god. And also just a Mexican black woman. That's what I believe that I am. But Christianity is it seems like evil to me because let me explain something. Ever since I was a child, when I would enter a church, cuz my parents would bring me to church, when I would enter a church, I would get so physically sick. Like sick to my stomach. My whole body was in pain. As a child. So I must have known I was Allah. Because I just knew that when I went in a church, I got so fucking sick. And I went in a church quite maybe about a year ago. I went inside a church to see what all the hubbub was about. And I stayed for the whole sermon. And what I witnessed going on, like these people essentially appeared to be praying to the sky to absolutely no God at all. And their philosophy, their Christian philosophy, really freaks me out, by the way. But after that sermon, I had a fucking serious panic attack. Like, I felt sick during the whole sermon, and when I got home, I had like a really, really bad panic attack. And also, another thing, when I read the Bible, I have a Bible. When I read the Bible, I cannot read it. Because when I read the Bible, I start freaking out and my body feels like sacrificial blood or something, some sort of kind of blood. Maybe not sacrificial, but my body feels like fucking blood when I read the Bible. When I hold the Bible in my hands, my body feels like blood. Now, I have a very, very complicated, brilliantly original philosophy. The philosophy of Allah, the one God. I am a cisgender female who looks like a man. But she is Allah, the one God. You understand? When I read the Bible, my body feels like fucking blood. For fuck's sake. I mean, is that not enough evidence that there's something special about me? Despite the fact I don't even have a human body? I mean, holy shit, bro. When I go inside a church, I have a serious panic attack and I get sick to my stomach. When I was like 12, they baptized me. But secretly, I wouldn't let them baptize me because I just wouldn't allow it to happen. So the way I viewed it was that they dunked my head in water. But really, when they did that, I was freaking out. Inside, I was freaking out when they tried to baptize me. I wouldn't let them, but that would, bro. I was freaking out. Now that I'm older, I can understand that human beings don't think they're doing anything wrong by being Christians. And Christian people are usually actually good people. Because with the Muslim side is that if you become an Islamic scholar, or let's say you're just like a basic Muslim who you only read the Quran, it makes these people so extreme. Because as Allah the One God, I believe that they're misinterpreting the Holy Quran. They're misinterpreting the Quran. Which is what was written by God, and all the Islamic scholar shit they study isn't even written by God at all. Yet that's what they follow, and they follow Sharia law in these Muslim countries. which is a very oppressive sort of law. And I mean, it's just a horrible regime. In Iran, they killed like 35,000 of their own people, or so, maybe more, in like a few days because they were protesting because they didn't want to be so abused anymore. I mean, I don't really know what the fuck's going on. I'm not like a scholar. But I mean, like, holy shit, bro. I mean, that's why I became alt-right, because there is nobody who has a mindset like mine, because my mindset is literally God's mindset. Lain Iwakura is a Japanese god. Like, the idea of Japanese kami really doesn't bother me. But this whole fucking Christianity thing scares the fuck out of me. I will not step foot inside of a church. I will not step foot. There was only one church in this city that I went inside of that didn't seem to bother me. I'm not certain why that is. But literally, when I go inside these locations, I have panic attacks. And I feel sick to my absolute stomach. I feel like I'm surrounded by people who are praying to something that isn't even there. And that scares the shit out of me. Because I'm like, what are they doing? Allah is the one God. What are they doing? You understand what I'm saying? This is what's going on with me. I literally cannot read the Bible since my body feels like blood when I read it. And it's the most painful feeling. Bro, when I was trying to read the Bible, I read a few pages of the book of Genesis. Or whatever it's called. And then, like, for like 3-4 hours, I was in so much pain. My whole body was in so much physical pain. It's literally impossible for me to completely read the Bible at all. Because even if I did somehow force myself through it, I would not allow myself to complete a single one of the books within the Bible by stopping myself from reading it. And there was no way you could force me to listen to the Bible as an audiobook because I would not be paying attention to it. I would literally not allow myself to complete the Bible because it's evil. But I have no qualms against Christians because they're usually good people. The Christian thing seems to work for society. But holy shit, I can't read the Bible, bro.